A very good day to everyone, and thank you to Madam Dina because give us opportunity to present our topics for subject principles of economics. So our topic today is foreign workers. Before we start our presentation, I will introduce my group members. First, you have me, Sharni Shalimin. Then we have Muhammad Farid Akram, Ahmad Shakir, Nur Atika Zazwani, Muhammad Fazami Hilmi, Siti Balkis, and Afika Iwani.
Hi guys, my name is Fazami Hilmi. My matrix number is UDB210269. So let's start with our introduction first. The arrival of foreign workers to our country is increasing every year. According to the dictionary, foreign worker mean workers from other countries such as Indonesia, Bangladesh, Thailand, Philippines, and so on. Our country is considered a gold mine because our country has many job opportunity in various employment sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, construction, and planting sectors. While their presence can develop the country's economy, there are some negative effects when foreign workers enter our country uncontrollably. Therefore, control measures need to be taken effectively as this involves diplomatic relations between countries. The government needs to study all aspects in economy, political and social for well-being and development for our country in line with the Vision 2020. So I pass to you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Shakir bin Kamaluddin and my matric number is UDB210371. For the impact, there are several impacts of our economy affected by foreign workers. The first one is infectious disease, tuberculosis, which is one of the infectious diseases that affect the international workers, especially if we utilize public transportation and surrounded by tuberculosis affected foreign workers, because tuberculosis is contagious in a restricted air condition and crowded setting. Our chances of contracting the disease are extremely high. This is because infectious diseases such as tuberculosis, leprosy, malaria, filariasis, which were previously successfully reduced and almost reached zero, are now becoming more contagious, and a disease that can be considered a national threat due to increase in cases every year. The second one is rising unemployment rate. The greater the number of foreign workers who entered our country, the greater the number benefit for them getting from our country. One of them is that foreign workers have taken jobs that should have gone to locals. This has had an effect on our community, particularly the youth. Local youngsters are unable to find a work as a result of these outsiders. Furthermore, our country's youth lack of heavy work skills. Very fussy about professions. As a result, there are a lot of unemployment among the residents. The last one is withdrawal of currency abroad. Because of the money cycle, it is difficult to withdraw currency from other countries. As a result, foreigner workers only spend a small amount of their money for their daily expenses, because the balance of the money they will send to their family in their country. That's all from me, and thank you.
My name is Muhammad Farid Akram bin Sufomo. My matric number is UDB210335. I want to talk about rising crime rates. The increase in crime rate occurs due to dissatisfaction by foreigners, due to generate more money and fast. For example, robbery, rape, and murder, such atrocities greatly affect the national economy because locals will be in fear and will be more confined at home. Next, there are also foreigners who are involved in drug abuse and are the main suppliers of these illicit goods. This is because of the various tactics and strategies they use to deceive the authorities into hiding under the of foreign workers. Okay, next, pollution of the environment in metropolitan areas. As we all know, foreigners, whether they have official or unofficial document, will try to sum money by building illegal house around the township near the construction area facilitate their movement. They also set up illegal house with the surplus proceeds of the construction area to save money. In this case, this act certainly depicts the beautiful scenery in an urban area and affects the economy of the country when tourists from within or outside the country see it. That's all. I pass to the next person. Thank you.
Okay, let's move to the solution by the government. Number one is infectious disease. To address this problem, the Minister of Defence has given assurance that the government will not arrest any undocumented foreign worker present for treatment. However, the message may not be clear as 40,000 tabligh congregation consisting of foreigners have to yet to get COVID-19 screening test. Based on the history of service to undocumented foreign worker, this reaction may not be surprising. Recent effort by the government indicate initiative to help foreign worker. However, more needs to be done. The government needs to involve employers, embassies and non-government organizations, NGOs, to spread important message about COVID-19 to ensure foreign workers know the measure to protect themselves and the public. For example, the Academy of Medical and Public Health Service in New York, a health organization that help foreigners meet health needs, contact their customer via WeChat to ensure that the information sent is clear. The organization translates all message into a language that is understood by providing basic necessities and protecting foreign workers by providing free vaccination and screening. We can reduce the spread of COVID-19. At the same time, it can improve the economy because many sectors in Malaysia depend on the service of foreign workers because they come to this country willing to do skilled work with a low salary range. Okay, number two is rising unemployment rate. Measures to address the problem of unemployment include diversifying economy sector. More employment opportunities are available. In this way, the burden of an employee will also be reduced as it will be shared by others. The government can also provide financial assistance that can stimulate the economy so that more development projects are carried out simultaneously. This method can reduce the problem of unemployment dramatically. The government also facilitates business financing, especially for the young. The bank itself has made it easy to obtain personal loan to help young start their business on a small scale. This drastic measure will ensure that more small and medium industry can be created and provide better employment opportunities in the near future. Unemployment youth will take this opportunity to try their luck as businessmen. The creative inflow of foreign capital into our country is certainly able to generate more activities. For example, the government has tried to implement several mega projects such as South Johor Development Project and the KL Singapore High-Speed Rail. Development project require a large workforce and will continue to provide employment opportunities to the people of our country. This proves that the move to introduce the country to Jagaraya is very significant so that the unemployment crisis can be curbed. So I pass to the next person.
My name is Siti Balki Batima Manasih. My matric number is UDB210382. Okay, next to point number 3, the structural problem has long existed in the country. Is many approach used to solve the problem. However, this problem is still considered curable but difficult to eliminate at all, especially in the period we are facing in the 21st century. To overcome the problem of squatters, the first step that should be taken is to step up a special unit called the Socio-Economic Research Unit. The unit has experts in the field of research, economic study, and so on to solve the problem of squatters, statutory bodies, as well as certain private parties in their line with scooter problem without heavy economic session in the unit. It is quite difficult for the unit to carry out a very heavy and challenging task. Point number 4, raising crime rates, is the government, PDRM, and the immigration department conducting various enforcement activity continuously to curb criminal activity involving foreigners in Malaysia. The step taken by them to tighten the country law by giving severe punishment to foreigners who commit serious crimes such as falsifying document, robbery, rape, and others. The punishment given is commensurate with the crime committed to get justice for the victim and give a warning to all foreigners who are involved in criminal problems. In addition, many foreign words consist of illegal immigration party who infiltrated using fake document and kept secret by irresponsible parties. Foreign criminals involved in this crime cannot be charged in court and will be subject to deportation to their country of origin. List of special scalar SPK will be sent to the immigration department for attention at the exit of the country to ensure that those involved are affected if they leave the country or re-enter is done so that these illegal immigrants do not dare to act further. The last point is currency. Judge Edward is economic have suggested several solutions for the government to stabilize the ringgit in an effort to reduce the cost of living burden of the people and reduce dependence on foreign works to reduce the outflow of RM60 million annually. Various foreign works who are in Malaysia send back RM16 billion of our currency back to their country. This is a burden to our financial system. They will convert it to the currencies of Indonesia, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and so on. This question, converting RM to current currency, puts RM under pressure to lower its value. If we use local works, we can save RM60 billion and control the flow of ringgit. Requires a labor force, but we need to remember that there are 2 million Rohingya refugees in our country who are ready to work, but we do not allow work in our paddy field. If allowed, maybe Malaysia could produce as much paddy as Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Atika Shazani binti Sabila. My metric number is UDB210227. The next point is the effectiveness of the solution. First, infectious disease. The number of daily COVID-19 cases in the country has increased due to the increase in case of foreigners to accept the projection of the National Institute of Health and Ministry of Health. The number of foreigners registered in Malaysia in 2021 was recorded at 2.69 million people, or 0.2% of the total population of Malaysia. This number does not include undocumented foreigners. Subsequently, the government has acted to provide vaccine to all foreigners for free. This incentive have attracted undocumented foreigner workers giving maximum cooperation to be vaccinated in the near future. This effort has borne fruit when almost all foreigners in Malaysia as well as Malaysians get the complete COVID-19 vaccine and daily case recorded a gradual decrease. Next, rising crime rate. So, it is clear the action taken by the authorities is by tightening the country's law. Any foreigner who break the laws will be deported to the country of origin, which will reduce the crime rate. However, with the continuous effort of Royal Malaysia Police, the overall index crime statistic involving foreigners show a decrease. In addition, according to the Ministry of Home Affairs, operation held in place identified as syndicate nests from time to time in addition to patrol on foot, by motorcycle and by car in crowded areas managed to ensure that foreigners are not involved in crime. Next, improvement in the financial system. When foreign workers earn income through Malaysia currency, they will take the money back to their country of birth and convert the currency into their own currency in their own place. Because of that, it will cause our economic fall as currency deflation continue to decline. To solve this problem, the government has declared that it wants to make more modification to our financial system in relation to the term of exchange of the Malaysian ringgit into foreign currency. The current exchange rate system used by Malaysia is the floating exchange rate. This has proven to be an effective solution to reduce the revaluation of the Malaysian ringgit. With the improvement of this financial system, the Malaysian economy will be stronger. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone and Assalamualaikum. My name is Afika Iwani Adizam and my matrix number is UDB21 Now we will go to the fourth effectiveness solution. With diversifying economic sectors, we can predict there will be a lot of job opportunities that will be open for applications. These job applications have a chance to be filled by the unemployed people, the Malaysian citizens themselves. The government encourage us to find jobs in every sector and any field in Malaysia because there are a lot of sectors that need labor force to contribute in their company or an organization to produce more economic goods and provide services to household and consumers. Not only we can reduce the unemployment rate, but we can also help the government to gain more profit through taxes. This profit can help the government to have a sufficient money to taking care of the welfare of Malaysian citizens. Lastly is the effectiveness solution of Socio-Economic Research Unit. This unit is essential to overcome squatter issues in Malaysia. Other than that, the resettlement program and the zero squatters policy was introduced. The resettlement program is a select or transfer of refugees from a country which has sought a protection to a third country that has granted them permission to stay on a basis of long-term or permanent resident status. Meanwhile, the zero squatters policy was created around 2005 to improve the quality of life for people by score living standards. This unit is the vital of minimizing the squatters areas in Malaysia as they follow and make modifications in Action Plan 2005. With this, the Malaysian economy will rise and thrive again due to low percentage of squatters. Now we will go to the conclusion. As our country grew, the more foreign workers were interested to come to Malaysia to work. For the fact that Malaysia is a place that has a numerous of sectors that need the labor force that only requires low skills, this is the cause of foreign workers flocking to Malaysia to get a job at one of the economic sectors here. Previously, we have talked about what negative impacts that the foreign workers bring into Malaysia and how the government create a solution to overcome it and how the solution itself shows effectiveness toward that particular problem. Now we know how serious this issue can bring down our economic state. If we don't control the amount of intake of foreign or urban immigrants into Malaysia, it will be much harder for the government to handle these issues. Both sides must cooperate together to ensure this issue to settle much faster and much easier for the sake of our country and to our significantly economy.
Hi, my name is Shalini Shalimin, anak Japit. My matrix number is UDB210258. Lastly, for these presentations is the recommendations. We have 5 recommendations for the government to defeat this overload forest workers issue in Malaysia. These 5 recommendations is what we state in this slide. The first one is moderate entry of foreign workers. Secondly, narrow down job opportunities for foreigners. Thirdly, restrict foreigners' periods of residence in Malaysia. Fourth, reinforce the Malaysian borders. And lastly, consolidate closing the illegal roads. By considering to do all of these, we can reduce the factors of bring down our economy to minimum percents. Not only to reduce the factor, but also to prevent our country from becoming to a terrible country. It's true that the forest workers can bring us a lot of advantages, but that doesn't mean that we can simply let a swarm of them come into Malaysia anytime they like or want to. The government have to show a good civilization by taking a precaution regarding this issue for the sake of Malaysian citizens and for our country Malaysia itself. That's all from us, Group 1, and thank you.